your harness has been completed. Yeah, so basically it was what, 5-speed, 3UZ converted for manual application. Okay, so we've gone through the whole harness. She was actually in pretty good nick, so none of the injector connectors were replaced. We did have to replace your two VVT cam sensors. Okay, the one connector was broken, so we went in and replaced both. If the one's broken, then the other one's also not going to be in the greatest of condition. Okay, throttle, okay, and EFI water temp sensor. We've added in this one over here, which is a single probe for your dash temperature gauge. So just underneath the EFI sensor, you'll see there's a little stopper plug. You can screw that out and go and get yourself a Toyota sender unit, and then this will plug straight into that. Okay, and then it comes out of your client plug, so you've got no loose wires hanging off your engine harness. Okay, obviously VVTi actuator, harness comes down, splits off, goes to your airflow meter. Okay, and then carries on down, plugs into your alternator. So it's got the 3-pin alternator connector over there, and then it splits off again and goes to the right hand O2 sensor. Okay, don't forget about this little valve under your engine cover mounting. There's a little 2-pin connector over there. That's for your variable intake length actuator. Just make sure that is plugged in. It gives you better torque. Okay. And then this is obviously just a noise filter. You've got one of those on either side of the motor. Earth strap on this side and on the other side. Make sure that both of those are properly fastened down, and then this is obviously goes down to your starter motor solenoid and your knock sensors. Okay, where this earth comes out, there's another split off. This goes to your left hand O2 sensor. Make sure that is plugged in. Again, over here, all of your injector connectors, nothing wrong. There's that other noise filter, VSV valve, okay, for EVAP. So if you do not use this, it's not an issue. It has been removed from your ECU. If you do use it, it'll still remain functional. So basically what it'll do is it just won't give an error code if you do not use it. Okay. There's your other VVT actuator. You've got your throttle position sensor, comes down here for your cam position sensor. So this is pre-VVT cam position, and then it wraps around, goes to your aircon compressor for the clutch. Okay, and then you've got a split off that goes to your crank sensor and to your oil pressure light. Okay, harness wise, so it comes down, it splits off, and it goes to your fuse block. Inside your fuse block, you've got, let's get this lid off for you, you've got all your engine fuses, you've got your engine light, you've got an earth terminal over there, start relay, fuel control relays, EFI and main relays, and all of that has been documented on the bottom of your fuse box lid. Okay, so let's get that lid back on there. Okay, so this is where you are going to now create your ECU box. Okay, this 8-gauge red wire goes directly to your battery positive. That's the main power supply for the system. Okay, this is just a bridge connector. Okay, so it plugs into itself, and then you've got these 3 connectors. These 2, nothing to worry about. So you've got a 6-pin and a 4-pin. The 4-pin is dedicated for your diagnostics connector, and the 6-pin is dedicated for your accelerator pedal. We do supply you with this extension harness, and on the other side of that, you've got your connector for your accelerator pedal, and you've got your OBD2 connector that you can just bolt into your dash. Then you have your main client plug. So this is, you're going to get a pigtail for this. You've got your ignition start fuel, so that green wire over there, if you give that 12 volt, then the system will switch on. The brown and yellow, if you give that 12 volt, it will crank. And then the red one, it's a 16 gauge red, that is your power supply to the fuel pump. Okay, so that's basically straight down to the fuel pump or to control the existing relay that you've got in the vehicle. White of the blue is your rev counter. You've got a green with the blue, which is your temperature gauge. You've got a yellow with a white, which is your oil light. You've got a pink, which is your charge light. The yellow is your engine light, and then the white with the black is your aircon compressor clutch. So very, very simple to connect all of that up. ECU has been flashed. I've actually thrown in a performance tune on here for you. So let me know what you think of it. But yeah, it should give you a really nice ride. Okay, I'll quickly put on the airbox and plug in the airflow meter and whatnot, and then we will do a test run and diagnostics again. Okay, so basically put on the airbox, plugged in the airflow meter. Just make sure, I'm not sure if you're using one of these pipes. I always tell the guys, if you are not, you need to have a little nipple that comes out of your tube, okay, and you must connect it up to this tube over here on your right hand cover. Okay, it's part of the ventilation system for the engine block, and the other side just gets pulled through here, over here. So this is normally connected. You'll see there's a little valve on the left hand valve cover. Okay, it's a pipe that's connected from there to here. Let me actually go around there so that you can see what I'm talking about. Right over here. So that tube gets connected to this tube, and that's what creates the suction draw. Okay, and it'll pull all the gases and whatnot and pull it into your combustion chamber. So I do not have a cooling system on this motor, so I can't run it for very long, and I also don't have fuel pressure, so she's going to crank for a little bit before she takes off. No DTCs. Yeah, so you got no trouble codes on here. She should be great. So yeah, we'll get this out to you as soon as possible. Let us know if there's any information that you require.